Alright guys, so it's come to my attention that all of us, every single one of us, has failed No Simp September because we're over here simping about SCP all the time on these videos. But you know what? You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna simp. I'm gonna simp so much that I'm gonna wear it on my chest, baby. That's right. I'm a freaking simp for SCP 40K, DC. It don't even have to be ladies, because those things have ladies. I ain't hiding behind it anymore. I am a simp. And if you want to be a simp with me, ladies and gentlemen, you can get your own very own simp shirt that I designed. The cool thing about it is you can make simp stand for whatever the fuck you want. So I designed this stupid simp shirt just because I hear the word all the time, and I thought it would be really cool if you could just make yourself stand out and make simp stand for whatever you want. It could be SCP Intellectual Monster Person. It could be what's gonna be for me. I haven't wrote it on the back of my shirt yet. Sexy Intelligent Mustache Peepser Man thingamabop. It's gonna be person as well. I didn't want to make the same thing, but it's what I said, okay? Anyways, guys, if you guys want, I do make merch. I do this for my streaming channel. If you guys ever wanted to buy some merch to help out the channel, I have a bunch of other stuff. I was kind of thinking of making an SCP type related shirt, maybe SCP-J for juice. I don't know, just throwing that out there. Think it would be kind of cool, maybe make a weird design or something like that and throw it on the shirt. But yeah, just in case you ever wanted to, I do have a merch store. Link will be in the description. But now we're gonna go ahead and jump in to freaking SCP-1000, the Bigfoot by the Exploring series. Everybody told me about this. It's a very short video, very short. It's only like 7 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and react to this, and then if there's like maybe an animated out there, just let me know in the comments and we'll check out that animation, because everybody's like, I get, you know, I don't prefer, but I mean, the rubber videos are kind of okay to me, but a lot of people are like, dude, he leaves out so much and blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to find other alternatives, and I did look at SCP Illustrated, but they do kind of have lengthy videos at times. It's one of the reasons why I haven't checked out the 096 video, because it's like 40 plus minutes, and I'm just like, oh, that's gonna be 2 videos just to make it, you know, digestible. And I've also kind of been thinking, in the future, I'm gonna test out recording those longer videos and maybe releasing, if there are 2 parts, releasing them on the same day, maybe early and later in the day, to see how the views do. If the views do well, then maybe that'll be a future format, so you get 2 videos in the same day, or maybe I'll just still spread them throughout the week. I don't really know. I'll be changing stuff in the future. But anyways, we're gonna jump into this video right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. All right, let's do this.
SCP-1000.
Bigfoot.
The grand majority of SCPs contained
Shut off
by
my
the
phone.
Foundation
Shut up, phone.
are utterly unique concepts created by a group of highly creative writers.
Oh, is that 173?
But every once in a while, one comes along based on an existing
got the
myth
shape.
or story. A number of these fail to gain popularity, but some, such as SCP-1000, provide an interesting enough twist on the story to stick around. The basic folklore behind Bigfoot, or the Sasquatch, is well known to many people, and a bipedal ape creature that evades detection would likely be contained by the Foundation regardless, but SCP-1000 takes things in a very unique direction. SCP-1000 is a Keter-class skip, meaning it is quite difficult to reliably contain, and the containment procedures mention constant surveillance on any individuals or organizations that are looking into SCP-1000. More effort is made on the Foundation's part to conceal any information about SCP-1000 than to actually contain the entities themselves. The procedures also mention that no contact with any instance of SCP-1000 is to be done without approval by the project director, and in fact, any interaction whatsoever between SCP-1000 and humans is to be immediately reported to the director. The description, of course, describes the physical appearance of SCP-1000 as you would expect, and also states their intelligence to be equivalent to a common chimpanzee.
That don't look like no chimpanzee.
SCP-1000 evolved alongside humans until roughly 10 to 15,000 years ago, when they contracted an anomalous disease that quickly wiped out 95 to 99% of their population.
Ooh, I like that.
The disease is passed on genetically, but most instances of SCP-1000 that are born in present day are immune to its effects. The disease affects any hominid, notably humans, that views an instance of SCP-1000, directly or indirectly. There is a chance that varies and increases based on a couple of factors for the viewer to instantly die due to the permanent stopping of brain functions. This effect rapidly wiped out the population of SCP-1000, and the Foundation believes it possible for the disease to transfer to human carriers, which would lead to an apocalyptic scenario.
By touching or by...
The description continues to state that the highest populations of SCP-1000 are currently located in the Pacific Northwest of North America and the Himalayas, but there are instances located on every continent. Of course, those with Level 3 clearance or higher are given a letter from the director, which reveals that almost everything I just told you is a lie. Most importantly, there is no brain-killing disease, and SCP-1000 are actually as smart as humans are.
Ooh.
That second statement is why the report is filled with lies, why there's such a big cover-up, and why SCP-1000 is labeled as Keter. SCP-1000 did evolve alongside us, with us operating in the daytime, earning us the title Children of the Sun.
I like that.
And them operating at night, with the title Children of the Night.
Batman?
We were not technological equivalents, however, and SCP-1000 were massively ahead of us. While we hunted and gathered, they developed cities, locomotives, planes, cell phones, atomic bombs, and made things in ways we still don't understand. Part of this was due to their massive population growth, and they covered the planet in numbers reaching the tens of billions. Meanwhile, there were only a few 100,000 of us, and we avoided them when we could. They also made efforts to avoid us, speaking of us in mythological terms, telling their children we would come and eat them if they were bad. Then something happened. Exactly what and why are unclear at this point, but humanity banded together and wiped out SCP-1000 and their civilization, most notably 70% of their population in a single day, the Day of Flowers.
How?
As for how, the only hint is that a trickster forest god gave us advanced weaponry and showed us how to use them, but make of that what you will. Our ancestors' reasons for wiping them out are also unknown, but they went further than just killing them. They used SCP-1000's technology to drive them mad, restricting the survivors' higher brain functions and leaving them as little more than apes. We also obliterated their cities and their creations, and finally, wiped our own memories of SCP-1000 and what we had done. A few humans retained their memories of what had happened, but most of humanity went back to hunting and gathering, and time ticked on. Now, the real danger is that SCP-1000 are regaining their lost intelligence, and the increase in sightings of them is cause for great concern. Most recently, there was an attempt at communication from an instance of SCP-1000. Roughly translated, it read, "We forgive you. Given choice for now, not forever. Let us back in." It's unlikely that SCP-1000 would so easily forgive the atrocities our ancestors committed, but time will tell. There are some mentions of the Children of the Night in other places, such as SCP-2932 being an ancient prison for the anomalous created during their time, but largely their story is contained in SCP-1000. It's unknown at this point if SCP-1000 will continue to make their presence more known, or if the Foundation will suppress them. But if they are as vindictive as humanity tends to be, we might have cause for concern.
That'd be interesting. A Bigfoot war. Oh! In a single day, the Day of Flowers, children called it blah, blah, blah. Wiped them out from history and our memory. We dissolved their civilization. We slaughtered most of their species. Just ask yourself, if they got the chance, what more would they do to us? They'd kill you, Beach. Okay, so I'm thinking that's how it ends. Yeah. Okay, so that was pretty cool. I like the idea of them being super intelligent. But here's the thing, like, when it comes to writing for me, like, I can get on board with the supernatural stuff. I can get on board with the crazy, like, it only looks at you and stuff. But I feel like this one went a little too far. A little too far. Okay, so you had... I could believe humans, like, rising up and trying to overtake these people. That's believable. That's a very human tendency to go to war. But then you added in the magical person with technology or whatever that gave them the power to kill these apes in 1 day. And 1 day seems pretty insane. But I guess I know why people do that in writing, because it's like, well, technically, if you have these super powerful beings and they like had time to plan and stuff, it's like, it's this idea that like Batman, if Batman had no prep time, he can't beat anybody, which is fucking stupid. You know nothing about Batman if you have that mindset. Like, he's trained to be able to do things like that. Anyways, that's a whole different universe that I could ramble about. But yeah, so I know why people try to do that. Like, it happened in 1 day. But like, I don't know. So that's kind of there. But then they destroyed all of their civilizations and wiped our own memories, and we went back to freaking, playing with sticks and stones. That's where it goes a little too far, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it goes a little too far into being believable. I like the idea that they were super intelligent. I could get on board with there only being a few of them, and they're super intelligent, and they just want to hide. They just want to get away. Like, did you guys ever play the first Red Dead Redemption? I believe you meet Bigfoot in there, and he just wants to be, like, left alone, and I think you either kill him or you leave him alone. I think you have a decision. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he just wants to be left alone. And that would be kind of cool if these, like, they were just mythical creatures that are intelligent, and that's why they get away from people. But they just want to be alone. So yeah, again, I really like the idea of bringing in myths of, reality, the myths we've created in this world, and putting them into SCP, because I think it just adds to those myths personally. So I like the idea that they brought Bigfoot into this. I'd be interested to see which ones have failed, because this video said other ones have failed. Because like I said, I live in a city that has a bunch of myths, and I'd be interested to see if any of those kind of myths actually popped into the SCP, because I think some of them would be cool. But for the most part, that is SCP-1000 and my reaction to it. If you guys think there's a cool animation or video out there of Bigfoot SCP or 1000, let me know. I'll definitely love to check it out, because I am more one of those visual people that want to see some shit happen, you know what I'm saying? But that's going to be it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you want to get your simp merch, link in the description. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because it helps out the channel. And some of you guys have been coming to the Twitch stream. I love you guys for coming to the Twitch stream. You've played Among Us with us. The game has been a blast. Definitely go follow us when we go live on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a good time. And, of course, if you want some stupid content, go check out my TikTok. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something about my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.